We are now joined by members of the Texas Women's University Pioneers basketball team. In the center of our podium is head coach Beth Jillson. To the far side, coach's right, is Erin Maxwell. Erin is a junior center from Dallas. On the near side of the podium is Emily Spector. Emily is a junior forward from Keller. Coach, it's March Madness. Your initial impressions on a game that came down to the final possession?
Yeah, definitely some madness in that game. You know, Cameron's a really good team. I thought they battled hard. We knew it was going to be a tough game. They've beat us twice in the regular season, and so, you know, playing them in our last game, we had a week and a half to prepare for them again, and it was tough. We changed up a lot of things that we do defensively, decided we needed to try to take away the dribble drive, and that rebounding was a big thing in this game, and I thought we executed well. We knew that they were going to make some threes and they were going to have some runs. That's what they do, but overall, our team played together. I was really proud of how different people stepped up and made shots. They bought into our defensive philosophy, and you know, we had a week to put it in, and really proud of the buy-in and how we played together and played for each other.
Erin, on paper, Pioneers had an advantage height-wise inside, and you finished with a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Hey. Tell us a little bit about the game from your perspective, also knowing that the Pioneers out-rebounded Cameron by 11.
It was great. I think our post really stepped up. Alexis had a great rebounding game and blocks. Danny played great. I think all of us we go hard against each other in practice, and this past week we've been going hard against each other, so I think we were really ready.
Emily, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. You were 5 of 6 from the field and perfect from the line. Tell us about your game.
I've just been trying to do better, having, I guess, an aggressive mindset, and, you know, trying to get back to where I was last season. I had some issues come up this season with the health and everything, so my confidence wasn't quite where it should have been, so that's something I've been moving forward to try to get done, and so it worked out today, so hopefully it'll keep going the rest of the tournament. So.
Questions for the Pioneers?
Emily, I kind of just start with what you were just saying. I know you had, I know you're kind of a starter last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously it wasn't difficult because you see just how the quality of your team. I'm sure it was really easy for you to step into that role. But,
right.
How nice is it knowing that you could step into that? And then today really is kind of like some of the last year's games. You were looking for your offense and doing some things that TW really needed to. So
right.
How nice was it kind of stepping in that role?
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that, you know, being not the exact player that I was last year wasn't really, you know, that big of a deal this year because we had so many new players step up. You know, if I'm not on, Sago can be on. If I'm not on, Erin can be on. You know, it's anybody's game, really. So, I mean, it's awesome how much, you know, how much of a threat we have on our team and everything. So, I mean, but it's been awesome. So, yeah.
Erin, what was it like playing in such a fast game? Because you know, big centers like you, not necessarily.
Tell me you're fast.
Oh, I love to run. Yeah, no, it was actually not that much of a. I mean, it was a very fast game, but we knew as soon as the shot goes up, box, and then you got to get back. And I think we did a lot better job getting back than we have in the past, and we knew exactly who needed to be guarding where and what. And I think we did a really good job on getting back. And yeah, there was a couple times that I was a little sub me out, coach, but for the most part, I thought it was a good, fast game, and I knew exactly where I needed to go, right into the paint, and I got there and help side.
Yeah, you mentioned just how well the post played, but how nice was it to see you and you know, your brother and play so well after you guys struggled so hard on Wednesday, paint. You guys really 42-26 paint advantage, and how nice was that just to see your brother all step up?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I can always count on my team. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach. Something that stuck out to me. Obviously, they're playing a heavy transition game. I don't think I've ever seen so many transition blocks of someone coming straight up the floor and then pulling up for a shot and someone being right there. I mean, it had to have been like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Can you just comment on y'all's transition defense?
Yeah, we really, like I said, we drilled it with our players all week. We had scout team out there, really knowing, like I said, we played them last time, and I thought we learned a lot from the last time we played them. We got beat on the boards last time. We missed a million layups last time. I thought, like these two said, our bigs really stepped up. We made shots in the paint. We were a threat. I think we only got 2 threes, and we were 1 for 5, so they were taking that away. But I'm really just proud of the way we responded, and we learned from. It was a tough defeat. I mean, they beat us on senior night at our place. So really proud of our team for how they responded. And you know, it's one thing to drill it all day in practice, but then to take it out on the court is another. So good execution by them.
Emily, I know you're a three-point shooter. How tough is that not to be sucked up into the zone that they're playing? Because that's exactly what they want is for you guys to just you know, not work towards your post and rush your offense. So
yeah, you know, I'm not really much of a post. I don't like to play inside. I'm definitely more of an outside
She likes
post.
to shoot the three.
Exactly. So I mean, it was kind of a struggle, but you know, at the same time, you kind of just had to read it. And sometimes their zone would be so high up, anyways. It was kind of easy just to go and get it in between. Yeah. So I mean, it's difficult not being able to shoot the three, but you know.
And you had a lot of baseline looks too.
Yeah.
You guys really trying to get to that area on the court.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely something we emphasize in practice. You know, the way they do the zone, sometimes it's either the high post is open or the short corner. So either way, you know, whatever one they want to give up is what we got. So.
Mm-hmm. Coach, you know, you had 10 turnovers in the first half and only 3 in the second half.
Yep. So we just talked about in the locker room.
Awesome.
Yeah, at halftime we were like, hey, 10 turnovers that led to 9 points. And when we turn the ball over against them, it's a layup on the other end. And so we did a much better job in the second half of taking care of the ball, executing offensively. Shot the ball pretty well, 45%. I'm really proud of our execution down the stretch.
Yeah, and really just to further that, well, first off, how crazy was that play for them to take away already a missed free throw?
Yeah, I mean, it really helped us out, to be honest. You know, and it was on Deja, and proud of her. You know, she was 0 for 6 in the Wednesday night game against them and stepped up and made huge free throws, and she was 5 for 6. I think there's, you know, a reason why they fouled her, and she definitely stepped up and made those big shots.
That's for Erin and Emily. Can you guys just mention what it was like to play in such a tense opening round game, because you know it's 35-34 at the half and nobody led by double digits? And
I love it. It's exciting.
I never thought that we were calm. It was never like I felt like we were sitting on our heels. I felt like we always kept them on their heels. I feel like we had control of the game the whole time.
And I'll say we've been a lot better about that throughout the season. In the beginning of the season, we kind of played on our heels, but as we kind of progressed, we've kind of known, okay, this is a situation. We've done this before. We've been in this position. We've got this. No big deal.
Yeah, Coach, and really just to touch on that three-point shooting, I know that you felt like you were probably giving up some looks, but were you, I mean, to a certain extent, were you happy that they were, you know, taking them at the rate they were? Because, you know, it kind of hurt them to a certain extent down the stretch. You know, they hit a couple big ones to get right back in the game, but then really stagnated their offense. It looked like they were looking for the three late.
Yeah, they definitely were, and I thought 10 came up with those 2 big threes, 2 clutch shots, and we talked about getting a little tighter on her, but again, that's what we were giving up, and that was the game plan. And you know, I thought at times we could have closed out and been a little more ready to move and contain, but proud of us for sticking to the game plan. And we had to give up something. You know, Cameron, they're a good team. They're really good at getting to the rim, and so it's kind of pick your poison, and so that's what we went with.
And who are you guys playing tomorrow?
Angela State.
Angela State. So you guys just played them?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing as far as scouting, because we did just play these last 2 teams, so it hasn't been too long since we've, you know, been through a scouting report on them.
Well, you know, lastly, it kind of hurts you to go from Angela State to a running gun team like Cameron, you know, in the last week. Is it nice knowing that you could go from a team like Cameron to Angela State this time? And
well, they have a lot of similarities. I mean, they both run zone. It's a different kind of zone, and they pack it in a little bit more. But I'm sure they'll have something different for us as well, you know, being that we played them a week ago. And they have a little more preparation time, but we're just going to do our best and, you know, get some rest and get off our feet and then get back to work.
All right, ladies, congratulations on the
Thank
first
you.
round win and best of luck